Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are continuing the 2023 top 10s as we are going to look at my number 6 heavyweight in the world right now, the former interim champion, Joyce. Now before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So Joyce was number 5 last year. He drops 1 spot to number 6, but God, what a complete reversal from how he was rolling into last year. He was coming into 2023 hot. He was undefeated, 15-0, 14 knockouts, and he was the belle of the ball. He was the most feared man in the division, and he had legitimized himself as an elite heavyweight title contender when he stopped Joseph Parker in October of 2022, Joseph Parker being a legitimate former world champion. So Joyce had it all rolling for him, you know, and it was looking like outside of the Usyk Fury stuff, while he was just waiting around for the winner of that, that he was just gonna, you know, stay busy. So he decided to take on Zhang in April. I believe it was April. Let me make sure. Yeah, in April, and in one of the biggest upsets of the year, he would his eye got busted up early by Zhang and swelled up, closed, and the fight was stopped in the 6th round as Zhang pulled off a huge upset and took the interim title off of Joyce. But Joyce had a rematch clause in the contract, and at first he wasn't sure if he was gonna invoke that, but he ended up activating it when Zhang looked like he was going to fight Tyson Fury for the heavyweight title. He quickly activated that to avoid losing out on the interim title, and some people say it was a mistake for him to get back in the ring with Zhang. I don't think so, and the reason why is at his age, and because he was already feared, you don't know how long it's going to take to get back in title contention. So when you have an automatic rematch clause like he had, why not take it? And if you lose to the guy again, you lose, but at least you're trying to move back into the front of the line. And after losing the first fight, even if he comes back and wins the second fight, people might look at him as more beatable now. So they might be willing to give him more opportunities, you know? So I thought he did the right thing by fighting Zhang in the rematch, even though Zhang blew him out in the rematch. Honestly, Joyce looked like a shot fighter in that rematch. He actually had a decent first round, but he could not avoid the right hooks and the straight left by Zhang. Like in the first round, Joyce looked like he was moving and boxing, and then he just went back to his normal form. He's not a boxer. He's not a mover and a boxer. Like he's a boxer puncher. I will give him that to an extent, but he doesn't move around a lot, is what I'm saying. And normally he's the guy that stalks you. So, you know, with Zhang being fearless and standing right there, Zhang was landing the right hooks, and he knocked out Joyce in the 3rd round of the rematch to keep the interim belt. And Joyce would end up having a disastrous 2023, losing back-to-back fights to Zhang. But, you know, Joyce has victories over other guys in the top 10. Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois, he knocked them both out. So Joyce still holds a decent spot in the top 10 right now at number 6. But this is definitely a bounce back here for Joyce. He has to bounce back. He's number 12 in the WBC. That's his highest ranking right now. But I think he can definitely move back up the ranks if he, you know, gets back in there and back on the grind. But tough year for him. 38 years old. He's 15-2 with 14 knockouts. They're talking about him returning in March, and I think he's just going to try to get back on the grind, and hopefully he can move into somewhat title contention by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my 2023 top 10s on my number 6 heavyweight in the world right now, the former interim champion and current contender, Joyce. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.